Andrew, could you just tell me how you first became involved in boxing?
Well, 8 years of age, my elder brother who's passed away, he started off. Then my other brother Lee, he went in, I just went and followed. Didn't think anything big of it, just young kids. Started from it.
Was there a rivalry between the three brothers?
No. My eldest, he weren't too good. He was head down, ass up, just throwing punches. Me and Lee, we weren't too good then, but we had our first fight at the age of 10. We both won, and we just went from there. And obviously, as you get older, 15, 16, people were telling us, yeah, you're really good. And now, obviously, we're professionals, and it's like a job to us.
Was boxing something you found pretty easy to do when you first started? Something that sort of came naturally for you, that you didn't really have to try too hard to excel at?
Not too really. I lost my first fight, so then I won like third and fourth, and then lost a couple in a row. So I thought it was quite hard at first. It's just the experience, I think. I kept doing it as well. And obviously we went to school, and straight from school, our father said, come on, you gotta go to the gym. We'd go straight to the gym. And I think that's what gave us the advantage.
At what point as an amateur did you sort of realise, or did something click in your head thinking, oh, I'm actually pretty good at this, I can perhaps make a career of it, or even go on to achieve great things in the sport? Was there a certain point that sort of you realised?
Yeah. I think it was the first British Four Nations. Obviously, me and my brother got selected for the Welsh team. And if you get picked for the Welsh team, you're obviously good, you're the best in Wales. And went for the British. And then from there, obviously from the British, I got selected for Team GB. My brother went professional, and you just get to fly around the world and fight in multi-nations or different countries. You get the experience, and yeah, you obviously think you're that good if you're getting selected for all these.
And when you were an amateur up at the GB squad in Sheffield, you had the best facilities in the world, some amazing training camps. What was the dream then for you?
Well, I went on Team GB because I went on there. I thought I wanted to go to the Olympics, and that's the main aim. In 2008, obviously, I didn't qualify, and then I stayed on. I signed another contract for another 4 years. I qualified 2012 then, so that's what I wanted to do, and I achieved it. And now I've decided to turn professional, and I just want to be a champion.
Because when you actually boxed in the Olympics, you were the #1 amateur flyweight in the world.
Yeah.
I think you boxed, was it the Cuban you got drawn against?
Yeah, in the Olympics.
Yeah. So what was the whole Olympic experience like?
It was really good. I enjoyed every moment of it. Obviously, not when I lost, but I won my first fight. I had a walkover, won my first fight. Then I drew the Cuban, he went on to win a gold medal. He was a really good fighter. I think he had best boxer in the tournament as well. It was a great experience. I enjoyed all of it, and it's made me a bigger, better, stronger boxer.
And I think the last major tournament you had before you did turn professional was the Commonwealth Games,
yeah,
where you had a tricky fight against a Scottish boxer. Can you just tell us a little bit about that fight? I mean, nobody's really asked you what actually happened in that fight. You had problems with gum shield.
Yeah.
And
obviously I didn't perform my best, as you can see. I went and lost the first round out there. No, I think I won the first round. Now I lost the second round, so my gum shield come out 2 or 3 times, and they deducted a couple of points off me. Then I lost the last round then, I think it was, and he obviously won because of the deducted points. And from there, I literally retired boxing. I thought I'd had enough. I fell out of love with it. But my brother asked me to come to LA and Vegas with him to train with all the pros. I trained. I sparred all the tough pros, and I fell back in love with it, and I decided to go professional.
So your main reasons for turning pro, would you say, just you sort of had enough of the amateur sport and just felt you were ready for the next step?
Yeah. What it was, I was fighting the same people in the amateurs over and over in the same tournaments. I was winning most of them, I was losing some. but somehow I was losing. I thought I won anyway, and they would just give it to the other guy, and it's just disheartening. So I'd had enough, and I thought, yeah, let's try the professional game out.
Because a lot of amateur boxers speak about some bad decisions you get in amateurs boxing, and perhaps a little bit of corruption and favouritism towards certain fighters. Do you still think that exists within amateur boxing?
Yeah, definitely. Especially when you're fighting abroad and you're fighting a home nation. I think you've lost a round or maybe 2 rounds before you even jump in the ring. And you got to beat them convincingly. If not, you got to stop them. Yeah, and that's what I did enjoy about the amateur boxing.
You had your first pro fight. How long it was 6 months after the Commonwealth Games or so? It was a bit longer, 12 months.
Yeah, October, I think.
Yeah. So can you just describe that first pro fight, how it differed from the amateurs and the fight itself?
I fought a real tough guy, an African champion, but because I've had so much experience in the amateurs and fighting the top amateurs, I found it really easy. I found they was flat-footed, but I got overexcited a bit. I tried to take them out within the first rounds. Then I come back in the second round and thought, listen, you've just got to box clever now. Then let all the punches come together, and I stopped him, and I just thought my amateur career is like the experience, give me all that talent, and made it look easy.
Did you feel a little bit vulnerable without the sort of the vest? And I know the head guards went, but you didn't box for most of your amateur career with a head guard. Did that make any difference?
It was the gloves that I was worried about mostly. There was 8 ounces. You can feel your knuckles in them, but I'd done WSB and I'd done 10 M's, no head guards, no vests, so I was sort of used to it.
Now you've had your 4 pro fights. You challenged for the British title on your 5th fight, which is an amazing achievement in itself, to dream of boxing for the title. A lot of people have been saying bold statements, saying you can possibly fight for a world title after 10 fights. Does that put any pressure on you? Do you feel any pressure of expectation?
Yeah, definitely. I know I got the talent to do it, and it's just the fitness. I'm jumping from 6 rounds now to 12 rounds for my next fight. But I've been doing okay in the gym, sparring 12 rounds every other day. But every boxer has pressure, so it's just how you handle it or not.
Do you know much about the guy you're going to be fighting on the 14th of May in Cardiff?
Yeah, he was English champion. He's very good, but I think I'm just that bit stronger and faster now.
How far do you think you are off sort of the world level at the moment? Obviously, possibly win the British title. Where would you go next? Would you look at jump straight into world level then?
Well, I look to defend the British maybe once or twice, then jump from European. If not, go straight for the world. I've seen the world champions. Obviously, Ron Gonzalez, the WBC champion, but he's moving up to super flyweight anyway. So maybe that title will be vacant, or I've seen the other champions and I could beat them. It's just holding my own with them for 12 rounds is the question. That's it.
Do you think the main thing holding you back at the moment is just the experience of pro boxing?
Pardon? Sorry?
Do you think the thing that's holding you back at the moment is just the lack of experience and the lack of rounds in a pro boxing ring, in a pro boxing environment?
I just got to get used to the 12 rounds. Obviously, I've done 6 rounds, and like I said, I've done 12 rounds sparring. So, but sparring's hard in fights sometimes. So, I see how my fight goes now. Then I can judge my round distance and stuff from there.
You've been in with some of the best boxers in the world as amateur and since you've been a pro. Can you just tell us some of the guys who've been sparring with, some of the top names?
Well, I've sparred Lee Haskins. He's a world champion. I've been sparring my brother, Robert Early, because the guy I'm fighting, he fights like Robert Early, a bit slippery. I've been sparring Di Davis. Yeah, and that's it. I sparred Jazza Dickens as well. I've been up to Sheffield sparring unbeaten boxers. I sparred Kid Galahad. I've had all the sparring, so it's just on the night of performing well. Your
brother, as you mentioned, there's obviously Lee Selby, IBF world champion. What's it like having a brother, a big brother to look up to? Is that an inspiration, or is it like a rivalry, or do you see him as the sort of benchmark of where you want to aim for?
No, it's no rivalry. It's good to have a brother as a world champion because he's good to learn from, and he teaches me stuff. When I'm sparring, he'll be in my corner and you see the mistakes I'm making and you tell me what to do. So it's very good. You can't ask for better training, like a training partner and sparring partner.
And when you retire, whether that's in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, what would you like the boxing legacy of Andrew Selby to be?
Just a world champion. If I win a British, that's breaking records already. Just maybe be the fastest Welshman to win a world title, maybe, I'm not sure. But as long as I win a world title, I'll be happy.